part of the last 4 months of this year to pull back from producing content. Um, the summer was um, challenging. If you've watched my previous, more recent videos, then you know that my beloved father, my daddy, my dear daddy, went on to see the Lord after a brief bout with cancer. And so, um, to be honest, I just needed time to step back and regroup and refocus and process that, because it's something I'm still processing. It takes time. I'm finding with time and with counsel, and other things that I'm doing to to process all of the details of that loss and grief. It's a new thing for me because it's a loss that I know I will never overcome. I'm so used to hit the wall, we have the issue or the problem, and then we 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 go on. We process it and then we overcome it. Losing my dad is not something I'm going to ever overcome. I'm going to learn how to cope with it better and better and better, and learn how to partner with his memory and with his presence in a different way. And so that's what I'm learning to do. And just as I'm doing that, I'm like, let me just pull back from, you know, social media. And it's been good for me. So I'm learning a lot. I have to come back and share more as I'm journaling and walking through this particular season. But I wanted to encourage you to slow down. This is a great. I changed my scenery to the fall scenery here in Missouri. The leaves change. I'm so glad to live in a place where we get to see all 4 seasons. Though fall and spring are very short, we do get to enjoy all 4 seasons here where I live, and I really love that. Someone posted something. It was Jody Watley, singer Jody Watley. Um, she said, "Fall is about to let us see how beautiful it is to let go." And that the leaves turn so beautiful before they fall and they die. The beauty that we're enjoying of the leaves in autumn is really the process of them dying. And so this fall, especially with losing my dad, just trying to really take that in. I think there's a comment. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, that's a sample comment. Okay, thanks, sample comment. So, yeah, it's really been good for me, and it's a time to process, to regroup, to refocus, to replenish myself, and I'm really enjoying it. And I've just, for the most part, I haven't had that same pep to inspire and motivate that I used to have. When his diagnosis came, I finished up a few other speaking engagements, and then I had to press pause on my coaching clients because I just did not have the capacity to be a coach and to continue to do that while I was, going through my own thing. And I want you all to know that it's okay not to be okay. I think that's the other message that I really want to emphasize, is that it's okay not to be okay. Um, we're not superheroes. We're not made of steel. We we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to deal with challenges and issues and problems and grief and all of that as it comes, and take whatever time that we need to. to do that. I'll say also, if you're a person who's grieving the loss of someone, and there's, you know, in this pandemic, unfortunately, this pandemic ridden world, lots of people are losing loved ones, people that are precious to them, and so get help. Um, for me as an introvert, and as a helper, as someone who's, chosen helps as her profession, um, a lot of times I tend to retreat, because I'm an introvert, and it's really solo is how I charge up. It's how I charge. And I heard a group of speakers talking about fellow speakers who were introverts, and I don't, in my life, I don't think most of the people connected to me, family and friends, are introverts. So it was like I was leaning in. I was like, "Oh, you're one of me." I had to find a support group for introverts. People don't believe I'm an introvert because I do enjoy speaking and coaching and training and all of these things that have to do with connecting to people and um, interacting with people. So when I tell people that I'm an introvert, that I like to stay home, life for me these past 18 months or so has not changed drastically because I've had friends and coworkers and colleagues say, "Don't you want to travel, see the world, and get out and get back to the music events and the sporting events?" I said, "No, because I don't do a lot of that." I don't. I remember this earlier this year, and it was right before actress Cicely Tyson graduated to glory. And I was watching through a subscription that I have, History Makers, where they do interviews of prominent people in different communities all across the nation here in the US. I don't know if it's global, I don't think that it is. But the History Makers, they had done a spotlight several years ago on educator Marva Collins, who's always been a shero of mine since I was in the first grade. And the interviewer asked her, "What's your favorite vacation spot?" And she said, "My home." I said, "Oh, someone who understands." You all, I know there are exotic, exquisite, luxurious, beautiful, breathtaking places on this planet that I've never seen. And I won't say I don't have a desire to see them, but I don't have a strong desire to see them. I love my home. I love the quaintness, the simplicity, the quietness, the comfort of my home. There is there is no place for me that I would rather travel to. Not that I don't, I mean, I have traveled. I've never done any international travel, but I've traveled different places here in the US and enjoyed myself thoroughly, honey. And then I'm like, when I get off the plane, go get my car, and I open the door to my house, it is still, it is just, that's just how I'm made. We're all made differently. It's like I love that. So during the season where I'm kind of, regrouping and recharging, it's just a lot of relaxing, reflecting, reading, journaling, exploring, learning. And honey, I'm having the time of my life in that I know I'm pouring in and giving Sharice what Sharice needs to reemerge, stronger and be, have the passion and the ability, the capacity to pour out, which is my passion. But right now, I'm in a season dealing with the loss of my dad and so forth, um, where I need to pour in to me. And I think I don't think, I believe, I know that I'll reemerge stronger. So I wanted to say that the other thing in doing this, pulling back from producing so much content and going live and doing videos and posts and all of that type of thing. Um, Social media is a wonderful tool. Um, I think that we just, and this has always been my message, we just have to be careful that we're making sure that we're using it and that it's not using us. You know, that we can wake up in the morning and go the first, hour or two of the day and not see what's going on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever it is. It's all great. It's entertaining, and it's some, depending on who you're connected to and what you follow, it can be a very enlightening, empowering experience. Um, but again, just making sure that you're using it and it's not using you, because it's so easy to just get sucked into this abyss. And I was glad to hear that Facebook has paused. What it said was it's paused its plans on an Instagram for kids, for 10, specifically 10 to 12-year olds. I'm like, where's the petition? Do I need to start the petition? That should not even, I didn't know it was in the works, but that should absolutely not happen. Parents, um, people who know parents, please discourage them from allowing, um, the children have enough. Some of them are already on Instagram, and they're younger than that. We don't need to specifically, consecrate a space for the 10 to 12-year olds to be on Instagram. It just all it just had to keep things in proper perspective. I'm going to tell you what losing a parent has done for me, and it's really it's really helped me to rethink priorities and what really counts. Like, I think of what my dad left me. Uh Not monetarily, but the legacy he left the world, the things that he imparted in me by being a wonderful father, an awesome friend and confidant and counselor. And what matters, like when we graduate to glory to be with the Lord, and I've said this before, nobody's going to care about your views on YouTube or Facebook or how many followers you have on TikTok or the viral video you had. No, it's those things don't matter really. I mean, they just really don't matter. And so it's like, again, utilize the tool. Don't let the tool, don't you become the tool to the thing, to the social media. Um, and properly place priorities. I've always said, when the clouds are rolled back like a scroll and the trump sounds and the Lord descends, what'll be sad is that people will be grabbing their phones and trying to get it live on Instagram, trying to stream it. All I want to do in that moment is fall to my knees, raise my hands up to the Lord, and say, thank you, Jesus. You have come for your bride. I will not care about the iPhone, the iPad, the likes, the followers. And it's just like when you think of that, it all just it priorities kind of just fall into place. What really counts, what really matters, who really counts, who really matters. And yeah, so I just want to encourage you to slow down and breathe and think and love and enjoy. Give your time, your focus, your effort, your energy to the people and the things that matter the most, that are really going to leave um, the most important legacy. Um, my father was not a rich man in the way of money, but he was very rich in spirit, very rich in his heart. And I thought to myself, as I was taking care of business and affairs and stuff, I said, the love that he gave me, that he showed me, the provision, the protection, the guidance. I wouldn't care if he had left me $1 million. Um, the things that I really needed and the things that I really treasure, he gave to me. He gave them to me. And they're more valuable than any amount of money could ever be. So that's it. That's my message. And I am doing well. I thank everyone for the cards and the emails and the texts and all of the messages, the gifts of condolences. They've helped me tremendously, and I know that I will continue to heal and I'll continue to grow through this. And I know my daddy is looking down and smiling down on me and my brothers and my mom and his siblings and all the people that loved him. He's at peace. He's at rest. And at the anointed and appointed time, I will be with him again. All right, slow down. Slow down. Take it easy. All right. Take good care. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.